During World War II, entire battalions disappeared, but one soldier returned from the dead to tell the world what really happened. In 1944, on the Eastern Front, a German patrol unit known as the 9th Shadow Battalion was sent into a thick, unnatural fog. Locals called it the White Grave. No one from that region ever came back. One of the soldiers was Lucas Ehrlich, a quiet radio operator whose job was to stay behind his squad by 50 meters to relay signals. He was the last man to see his battalion alive. As the men marched deeper, their shapes blurred inside the fog. Lucas radioed his commander, but all he heard back was static. Then a scream. Then nothing. Panicked but loyal, Lucas followed their tracks. Bootprints suddenly stopped, as if an entire group of 87 soldiers had been lifted off the ground. No blood. No bodies. Just silence. Lucas heard a rhythmic tapping in the fog. He followed it, slowly, painfully. Then he found something. A helmet crushed like paper. Not by a weapon, but by something far heavier. He tried to turn back, but footsteps circled him in the fog. Voices whispered his name. Voices of his vanished comrades. Then, everything went black. When Lucas woke up, he was lying on the ground, and a Soviet medic was shaking him. The medic said Lucas had been found alone in the fog, barely breathing, with scratch marks over his helmet, and deep fingerprints that didn't match any human. Lucas whispered the last thing he remembered. Something was in that fog. Something that was not from this war. But the Soviets didn't believe him. They suspected he was a spy. When they checked German army records, they found something impossible. Lucas Ehrlich had been listed as killed in action 2 days earlier. He was registered dead before he even spoke to them. Fearing execution, Lucas fled the field hospital at night. He avoided patrols, crossed frozen rivers, survived on snow and bark. He followed the same path his battalion took, determined to prove he wasn't insane. At the fog's edge, he found a torn radio pack. Inside it was a recording. The last transmission of the 9th Battalion. Static, screaming, then a deafening roar. A sound no human or machine of that era could produce. Lucas vanished again weeks later. Only one thing remained at the camp he hid in. His helmet. Crushed, just like the first one.